Something big is happening in the South China Sea. China just declared its forces are on high alert. The question is why? Why now? What's pushing Beijing to the edge? And what does this mean for the Philippines, the United States, and the rest of the world? We might just have the answer. Stay with us as we dive deep into the truth behind this massively brewing geopolitical shift. So why is China on high alert status? On November 29th, the Chinese military's Southern Theater Command released an official statement. Their forces were on high alert and would remain as such for an indefinite period. The possible reason? A flurry of regular joint patrols between the Philippines, the US, and their allies. Or perhaps something else? China, through its foreign ministry, claims these patrols are a provocation, a direct and outright challenge to its maritime claims. Beijing accuses the Philippines of working with external forces to stir instability in the region. Tian Junli, spokesperson for China's Southern Theater Command, accused the Philippines of colluding with outside countries to organize these so-called joint patrols, which he said contributes to destabilizing the region. A statement also issued in Chinese state media. Tian said the Philippines' actions were an attempt to endorse its illegal and unlawful claims in the South China Sea and undermine China's maritime rights and interests. He specifically pointed to US-Philippines joint patrols and said that in response, China had carried out its own patrols in the region. These Philippine and allied joint patrols, though, are a direct response to China's growing aggression in the region. For years, China has been aggressively expanding in the South China Sea, building artificial islands to house military establishments, deploying warships and aircraft, and blocking Filipino resupply missions to disputed territories. The Philippines is now pushing back. With strong backing from the US, Japan, and Australia. This sudden shift didn't come out of nowhere. It was triggered by a historic show of force, the largest ever joint drills between the Philippines, US, Japan, and allies. These supercarriers, backed by destroyers, submarines, and fighter jets, conducted high-intensity drills and patrols in Philippine waters. The message was clear. The Philippines is not alone. China is aware of this and immediately went on high alert. China's response was swift. The People's Liberation Army deployed warships for a routine patrol, but make no mistake, this was a countermeasure. Beijing views these joint drills as a direct threat to their sovereignty in the sea. This isn't just about naval exercises. It's a battle for influence, control, and dominance in one of the world's most strategic and high-value waterway. 1/3 of global trade passes through these disputed waters. If tensions escalate into a conflict, the economic impact would be immense. For the Philippines, this is about national security and the preservation of its resources. For China, it's about regional dominance. And for the US and its allies, it's a line in the sand. So what happens next? Will China continue to escalate further? Will the Philippines and its allies strengthen their presence? Or are we heading towards an unavoidable clash? One thing is clear. The South China Sea is now one of the most volatile flashpoints in the world. And with every military move, the stakes get higher. What do you think? Is China's high alert status a real warning, or just another intimidation tactic? Let us know in the comments.